if you are up for a challenge and you want to add a cool depth effect to your die, this video is going to introduce normal maps. Now, normal maps are quite a complex subject, and I could talk a lot, do a video maybe 10 times the length of this one, and we'd still be nowhere near understanding fully how we create them and what they do. But this video will show you how to create one from an existing image and apply it to your Blender model. Now, a normal is an imaginary line that shoots from the surface of a 3D model, and it is used by the rendering engine to determine how to apply light to a scene. And what that in turn means is that normal maps can give the impression of depth to a 3D model or the flat surface of a 3D model. For example, these inverted dimples on the dice, with a normal map, they'll be just a little bit cut out, like a little bit grooved. And that's the effect that you're going to aim for today. Now, normal maps are created from black and white images, grayscale images, where the colours are either black, white, or a shade of grey. And our dice texture image will just about do the job in creating a normal map. So I'm going to go to a normal map creator online, in this case xo3d.co.uk, and I'm going to scroll down a little, and you can see these three images here. I'm going to go to where my dice texture is, and I'm going to drag it onto my normal map creator and into the grayscale image here. I'm going to let it go, and you can see that it's created almost like a 3D effect, if you like, where the dimples are inset, and there was a little bit of noise on the texture, a little bit of black and white sort of drawing, as though to create a more rougher surface, and that's what's created this sort of rough surface here as well. So with my normal map created, I'm going to click download. I'm going to go into my downloads. I'm going to cut out my normal map, and I'm going to bring it into where my Blender model is. And I'm going to go back into my dice model. And this is where it gets a little bit complicated, and you have to sort of follow this in with some attention to detail. And perhaps if it doesn't go right, you'll have to go back to the beginning and try again. I'm going to click in shading, and you'll see these sort of boxes with all these settings on, and these are called nodes, and they are controlling the texture, our die texture on our cube. And I need to add a couple more nodes to add our normal map. And I'm going to click Shift and A, and I'm going to click Search, Image, type Image Texture. Then I'm going to click Image Texture. Then I'm going to click Open, click my normal map, and I'm going to change the colour space to non-colour. And then I'm going to press Shift and A, search, and I'm going to type normal map. And it says displacement normal map, and I'm going to click that. And I'm going to sort of drag these then over here. And I'm going to drag these other connected boxes over here. And this line here where it says colour, I'm going to drag that over to colour there. I'm going to click on normal. I'm going to drag that into where this principled BSDF, I'm going to let go. Now, when I go into my layout and zoom a little, you can see that I've got a bit of a rough edge to my, a rough surface to my die, and the dimples are a tiny little bit inset because it's added a little bit of depth to my model. Just going back to shading quickly, you don't need to understand what these nodes are at this point. Like a lot of things in our lessons, just getting it to work the first time is enough, and then you can go and you can learn more about these nodes by researching on the internet, and in future courses they'll be discussed in a little bit more detail. But for the time being, if you've managed to apply a normal map to your model, well done.